Welcome to Ketchup Fridays with Ketchup Runner, where I catch you up on this week's Warzone news. Funny enough, our first episode may be our last because the major news bomb this week is that Activision is considering pulling the plug on Warzone. What does this mean? Why would they do that, you may be asking? Well, you see, about 3 years ago, they ruined their game and it has never been the same. I guess if you zoomed in, you could see there's been some ups and downs, but for the past 6 months, Warzone has been only experiencing downs. Big map infested with hackers, dozens of game-breaking bugs, and players finally reaching their limit with decade-old servers. With so many issues plaguing the game, it's pretty easy to see why Warzone is in shambles. And just this week, it was discovered that Activision is considering ending their support for Warzone entirely if the return of Verdansk flops. Meaning that if they don't retain enough players or get enough returning players, Warzone could be gone forever. For how broken the current state of the game is, I don't see how bringing back a once beloved map could be enough. Supposedly, the Season 3 update is going to fix a lot of the quality of life issues and improve the Ricochet anti-cheat so it actually stops cheating. But honestly, I don't see how that could happen. I mean, I'm sure some things ruining the game right now will be fixed, but we all know when the update rolls out, something else will break. I mean, this game is being ran by the same people who saw players leaving in droves back in December, but still took a 4-week vacation and straight up said, maybe we'll try to fix the game by February, and if not, we're hoping by March. But credit where credit is due, and this is our second piece of news today. The Season 3 update, which will include the return of Verdansk, was postponed to April 3rd, giving the devs an additional 2 weeks to work on Season 3 before it's released. At first, this could be frustrating, especially if your spring break was the last week of March, but hopefully this is Activision realizing we would rather wait until the update is actually ready. But we have to be honest, is 2 additional weeks really enough time to deliver an update that resolves all current bugs and ends the hacker infestation, all while giving us a new map? Definitely not. My apologies if I come across as pessimistic, I don't mean to be negative. It's just that there's a huge spotlight on the return of Verdansk, yet virtually no details on how to fix the current issues ruining the game now. And with the game's future literally dependent on the success of Season 3, I am truly worried that the return of Verdansk will be the death of Warzone. Well, I'll be saying my nightly prayers to the COD gods during this dark time for Warzone, but hopefully it's more like a darkest before the dawn type of situation though, and not like you're being buried alive one shovel worth of dirt at a time until all light fades out of existence and you're completely covered in darkness. Dude, that outro is way too dark, you're gonna have to change it. Nah, it's fine man, you could joke about death. It's the only thing we all have in common.